All right, we're back. This is John.
Hey, it's Paul.
It's Eric.
And it's What If Geeks. Today we are going to hopefully figure out why Audacity is like giving me a 10-second countdown before it starts recording. It does, right? It doesn't give me an actual countdown. It just waits. Oh. And then all of a sudden the line goes to move. I was sitting there like pointing at it, and Eric and I were both looking at it, and he's like, what the hell is it doing?
Go now.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Go gadget record. Go now. So today's episode, don't know when you're going to listen to it, but today is June 18th. For those of you who may not have listened to the episode we're going to drop today, go back and find the recording we just did where we tore apart the room and the disaster artist. That was a lot of fun. Today we're going to kind of, I guess a week ago or 2 weeks ago, Paul popped an idea out of random just when we were kind of talking about stuff where he was like, one of us described the movie or whatever and it was really bad. He was like, yeah, it's like bad.
I think I was describing Superman 3.
You were describing Superman 3.
You were, and then I was telling you guys how I described John Wick to a friend of mine who hadn't seen it. Mm. And then Eric called it badly describing movies,
and then
which
I
we
said,
thought was
this
funny.
Is a bit. Yeah, I said
there's
a bit here.
And then I called it Too Long Didn't Watch.
Too Long Didn't Watch. So the name of this bit is going to be Too Long Didn't Watch forever. So anytime after this episode that we kind of...
And then Eric badly explained Superman 3.
Yeah, if you find another movie later on down the line that you just like pop one out, you can just be like, hey, Too Long Didn't Watch, and rattle it off. So yeah, and then see, you can tell this show isn't scripted because we couldn't even figure out the fucking intro to Too Long Didn't Watch. So our intro to Too Long Didn't Watch was Too Long Didn't Watch.
Right.
So there you go. Too Long Didn't Listen. So basically, we are going to rattle off a bunch of badly describing movie or bad descriptions of movies that you already know of. So whatever is out there. And the first way we're going to try to do it anyway is one of us we'll kind of do a round robin. One of us will give the description, and then the other two can try to guess what the movie is. If that doesn't work, or we just get bored with that, then we'll just start like rattling them off because I've got like 4 pages of these things to. Yeah. And I will say credit to boardpanda.com for some of mine. They're almost like verbatim what they wrote on there because it was just friggin' hilarious. So.
Yeah, I too. I grabbed some of these off Twitter and some off random websites, and some of them are original. There's 2 ways we can do this too, right? And I don't know what you guys have come up with, but there's the funny one-liners, which is a lot of what I have here, right? But then there's the really describing the plot of a movie that's just shit awful, which was kind of what we were doing with Superman 3.
and we can play with it because I know a lot of mine know like the one-liners, just like really quick, like a quick description of the movie.
I have a couple that aren't one-liners that were real movies, and the plot was just shit awful. That's cool. And I will describe what it really is.
All right. And then, as always on this show, if there's any kind of little tangent into a paragraph that we want to get into, just go ahead and rattle it off. So, who wants to start off, or any other guidelines we need?
No guidelines. I was just sorry.
No, not you. I just mean us. Is there anything else we have to establish?
We don't have guidelines for anything else.
I know, right?
Some of these one-liners, I did my own follow-up clues just to try to make it easier. I don't know if you guys bothered to do extras, but if you want to try one.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So this is, I'm not going to tell you what it is. But so, you probably saw this one, honestly. A depressed, widowed father teams up with a mentally challenged woman in order to find his disabled son.
I have heard that one. Yep, Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
I was looking for that one when I was writing these down.
All right, so that's how they're going to work, I guess, for everybody. And we'll see. We probably run across a lot of these, but.
All right. Well, let me see. All right. Girl has to pretend she's a man to be taken seriously.
Mulan.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Jealous cowboy rescues fake astronaut.
Toy Story. Yeah.
So I had a different one for Toy Story. Can I read it?
Yeah.
A cowboy struggles with rejection when another alpha male steals the affection of his beloved and assumes leadership over his social circle.
That was pretty good.
Holy shit! That's
awesome.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Post that on our Facebook page. You have to. Make sure you post that on our Facebook page. Oh my God, that was brilliant. All right. Okay, we can, you want to keep going? I keep going. We're going to keep going.
This isn't a specific movie. It's more about a character, but it's still, it was still really funny to me. A young man chases and forcibly binds other men, then takes pictures of his escapades for money.
All right, I got it. Good. You wanted to read it again?
Yeah.
Okay. A young man chases and forcibly binds other men, then takes pictures of his escapades for money. If you need some extra clues, he likes to wear skin-tight suits, and he's into redheads.
I have no
Spider-Man.
I know your mind was going a completely different direction.
Different. That's awesome.
Talking frog convinces boy to kill his dad.
Talking frog convinces boy to kill his dad. I know I read this one somewhere.
He's not I'd say Pinocchio, but it's not a frog.
I remember. I remember what it is now. Yeah.
Okay. Paul. Empire Strikes Back. Good. Play along at home. Post something later.
Mentally challenged man has a ton of adventures in his life.
Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I read one for that where it was like drug addicted girl takes advantage of a mentally challenged man for 3 decades.
That would be a good one too.
An idiot ginger and a seemingly talented rodent engage in numerous health code violations.
Okay, I got it. Ratatouille.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give this one away just because it's funny and I have to get it out there now. It's for Snow White and the Huntsman. Okay. A blind as a bat Mira somehow convinces Charlize Theron that Kristen Stewart is prettier than she is. We're good.
This is really overly simplistic. So, a guy looks for a cup.
A guy looks for a cup.
Looks for a cup?
ICUP. Guy looks for a cup. Wow.
Cars?
No. Well, that would be the piston cup. No. Again, ICUP. Piston cup.
You got any follow-up clues on that?
I didn't make any follow-up clues.
No, I got nothing on that one.
It could have said a guy looks for a cup while fighting Nazis.
Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail, or
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah.
Well, he was looking for the Ark, not a cup.
Yeah, but it turns out to be a cup. Right at the end, they're looking for.
He just sandwiched like three
Did
Indiana
I sandwich
Jones
three
movies
Indiana Jones movies together?
into one. Yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah, you didn't even get. Did you get Short Round in there? If you would have thrown in Little Asian Boy, you would have had all 3 movies. No. Yeah, in the beginning, it's the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the Ark.
Ark of the Covenant.
Right.
Yes.
It's the Ark. But then,
he's
the
not looking for
movie,
Noah's Ark. He's looking for the Ark of the Covenant.
Right.
Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, he's looking for the Ark of the Covenant, which
turns out to be this box with the eagles that has like spirits inside.
Right. Yeah.
What's the movie when we're there at the end and
That's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Is that Last Crusade?
Yeah, Sean Connery is his father, and
sorry, buddy.
You named yourself off after the dog. You know,
we named the dog Indiana. All right.
That was my horrible impression. So there you go.
Negative 10 points for me.
No, it's all right.
Holy shit!
It was about the Indiana Jones series.
Yes.
Not
there
a particular
you go.
movie.
That's right. That's
Just
right. That's
about
what I said. If you had thrown in
just
a
about
small
Indiana
Asian
Jones.
boy, we would have been good.
That sounds weird.
We don't want to hear about your Saturday night, Sean.
Don't take that out of context.
All right, I got one. A naive teenage girl becomes an outcast in her own town when she realizes she's a furry.
Twilight? No, she was fucking a vampire. Oops.
Naive teenage girl.
There's a lot of dead air right there.
Say it one more time.
I don't know.
A naive teenage girl becomes an outcast in her town when she realizes she's actually a furry.
She's screwing something.
It's a Disney movie, if it helps.
Woof! What the hell girl was it?
What girl's up?
It's not Snow White. That's Seven Dwarfs. Woof! This is getting good. Is it newer? Jeez. Holy cow! I'm lost. I'm done.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh shit! See, the one I have for that one is Stockholm Syndrome works.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to appear on television.
I know what this is.
Is this the Brady Bunch movie?
No, much newer.
Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to appear on television. I'm going to have to cut out this dead air.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Older sister on fire ruins
The Hunger
younger
Games?
sister's-
This is getting good. Good. I'm going to have to cut out all this dead air later. It's going to be great.
This could be a lot of movies, but it's this one. College grad bangs hot mom who's friends with his parents.
It's got to be American Pie.
Oh, yeah, duh. American Pie. Sure.
It's actually The Graduate, but
Oh, yeah. I was going to say The Graduate at
What is
first.
The Graduate? I don't think I've seen that.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dennis
yeah,
Hoffman.
okay. I got you, yeah.
Dustin Hoffman. Dennis Hoffman. Oh, Dennis Hopper in The Graduate. Woof.
All right.
I went down a rabbit hole.
I've got to give you a little preface to this one. It's dark, okay? An eccentric cross-dresser teaches ladies how to use skincare products.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Aggressive cross-dresser. Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
It puts the lotion on the skin or it
gets
gets the hose again.
All right. Guy cross-dresses to get an acting role.
Tootsie.
Oh, that's it?
He's still thinking like, That popped in there. Another Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a Dustin Hoffman fan in the house. All right.
I was actually going to go with Mrs. Doubtfire on that. I guess he didn't really...
Which, you know what? When we start to break down when we just like get a handful of small movies where we can't do a whole episode about, but we'll get like a bunch of them where we break down like kind of like what the fuck is going on here. The whole like Mrs. Doubtfire thing where like I should save it for the bit, but you know where he like dresses up as a woman and goes to watch his kids. Like how is any of that okay?
Right.
Are you people out of your fucking minds? But okay, anyway, anyway, all right. Straight out of today's headlines: paranoid billionaire afraid of immigrant.
You got another clue?
Endgame?
That does actually make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Tony Stark.
Yeah,
Tony
you're
Stark
close.
and Thanos. Yeah.
Oh, he was close.
Yeah, he's close.
Close.
The Avengers?
Batman versus Superman.
Oh.
Oh,
I like it.
yeah. All right. No, I'm going to save that one because it's going to be too obvious now.
Right, yeah. I had to go back and like readjust my list.
All right. So, a love triangle between a teenage girl, an obsessed old man, and a canine.
Twilight. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Damn it. See, okay, you ready?
You had that one already?
Yeah. You ready? Grumpy emo chick can't decide whether to fuck a dog or a corpse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Grumpy emo chick.
Go ahead, Paul. Give me something good.
A crazy guy named Norman pretends to be his dead mom.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
Oh,
You got nothing?
I don't know.
Really? Holy shit. Psycho.
Oh,
okay. Hey, let's start playing Has Eric Seen It?
I actually have seen Psycho.
Holy
That
shit.
was Norman Bates, right? That's
All right. Go ahead. You ready? Or are you
Oh,
still
is it
going?
for me? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what round robin means in your world.
I've got an immigrant one, too. You guys will
I'm
probably
just
never
picking
get
on
this,
him.
though.
I'm sorry tonight, Eric.
An immigrant adoptee is repatriated to his country of birth where he experiences extreme culture shock and blatant prejudice.
Whoa. Wait, what? Say it again.
Yeah, start over.
Okay, so an immigrant adoptee repatriated to his country of birth where he experiences extreme culture shock and blatant prejudice.
Lost.
I don't know.
You guys seen The Elf?
Holy shit. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
You're really good at this. All right. After the death of his father, a boy joins a hippie group and becomes a vegan.
Lion King.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's a good one, man.
Mean nurse is in charge of crazy people.
Oh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo.
Flew over the cuckoo nest.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Stupid.
All right. A 90-pound man takes performance-enhancing drugs, fights a ton of fascists, and then takes a long nap.
I knew what it was right away. I read that one.
Captain America?
Yep. Yeah. Home Alone, but on Mars.
The Martian.
Yep. The Martian?
I guess. There was one for Home Alone that was kind of funny, but I forgot to write it down. You might have it. Did you find the one for Home Alone?
Yeah, I read one. I didn't write it down, but it was something about neglectful precocious
parents.
Kid, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, like neglectful parents leave precocious child Home Alone.
That's what it was.
They don't
like
say
year
Home Alone,
after year or something.
Yeah, he consistently abuses two homeless men.
Yeah, something like that.
It's really horrible. Oh shit! All right, whose turn is it? Is it mine? Is it you? I don't fucking know. Who cares?
Yeah, whoever. I think I just did Captain America. Oh wait, we got to pause. We got to. We got a good
time
night.
for
Noah.
Oh, hi, Noah.
That's a callback. Thank you. That was amazing. Oh, hi, Noah. So, did you watch the whole movie, or are you halfway done?
I watched the whole movie.
Yeah, tell them. He just watched Men in Black 3 because, as we said in the other episode, we're watching all 3 Men in Black movies so that tomorrow we can go watch Men in Black International, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you sound tired. All right. Well, tell everybody good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Love
Good night, Noah.
And that is our weekly good night from Noah. He actually yawned this time, and he's flossing.
Uh-oh. All right, whose turn was it next? Is it me?
I think it's me. You just Captain America.
Oh, it's you?
It don't matter.
It's you? Okay,
it's whoever's ready.
Go ahead.
All right. Drunk guy keeps losing his transportation.
Drunk guy. Oh. I know.
He knows it. He knows it. He's there. He's not there.
It's a really drunk guy. He's drunk all the time. His transportation is mostly waterborne. He wears eye makeup.
It's another Disney one. Cricket.
I don't know.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Okay.
Guy cross-dresses to be able to hang out with his kids.
That's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. We just did it, yeah.
All right. The next one I have is, it's very simple. A series of naps.
Inception.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, you ruined my follow-up clue, which was going to be inside of naps, inside of naps.
Let me see. Man-child learns to be an adult.
Man-child
He's writing,
learns
so
to be
I don't
an
think he's
adult.
listening to me. Did you hear me, Paul?
No.
Man-child learns to be an adult.
Big? Well, no, that's the other way around.
Oh,
Child man.
No, I got nothing.
Every Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's harsh. That's a little harsh. It's okay. I love Adam Sandler. Mostly. This new one he's got coming out looks really good. If we're going to tangent. It's him and Jennifer Aniston. And,
I'm going to watch that with Becca soon.
It's kind of like a current version of Clue. Right, where he's like a detective.
Yeah, it's like some sort of international murder mystery.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
setup,
I forget what the name of it is, but I think it's just Murder or some shit like that.
I think it's called Murder Mystery.
Yeah,
I think that's what the
something like
actual name of it is.
Yeah. But it looks funny. So I'm like, every once in a while he'll get a good one. Like Heather commented how she loves his movies with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
So I like he had the one with Jennifer Aniston where they were divorcing or whatever, and that was good too. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be funny. You know the one we're talking about? Now?
I saw it. I saw a preview for it on Netflix.
Yeah. So it looks fun. What is binging? Is that a phone?
That's my work phone.
Oh, okay. I was like, because we've been having issues with Audacity here. Just put that anywhere. We're having these issues with Audacity now. Now I'm like, why is it binging at me? You're over your limit. There's no limit. I'm kidding. All right, whose turn is it? I just went.
Hey, listen, I'll do one of the ones that is legit describing the plot. This isn't a joke.
Okay.
See if you guys have seen this one, because this was definitely... Well, I'm not going to give away the time period, but obnoxious little insects sing, dance, crack jokes, and cockblock poor Joe.
Oh, Joe's Apartment.
Yes.
Joe's Apartment, yeah. I remember that one.
That was I
remember that.
think that was made for MTV, was it not?
Yeah, it was like an MTV.
It was an MTV like
skit, and then
in between videos or whatever. Back when they used to play actual videos.
Well, no, so it was a skit, and then it became an actual movie.
Yeah,
like a full length, like
I watched
movie,
the movie because I used to see the skits on MTV. I watched the movies. An MTV movie. Yeah, it's watchable.
It's like every movie, every SNL based movie that came out of
exactly
a sketch that they decided to turn into a movie.
That's exactly what it is. So it's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's something when you're sitting around the house on a weekend, you got nothing to do. You can turn it on while you're eating lunch or whatever.
What's the movie with Will Ferrell and that other guy that used to play the two guys that were in the clubs and they would just do the
Night at the Roxbury.
Night at the Roxbury, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
what is love? Baby, don't hurt
That
me.
was also shit awful.
The movie, not you singing. That might have been shit awful too.
Yeah. Okay, has there been a good SNL sketch to movie?
God, we're gonna play
the girl that sniffs her armpits. That was awful. What was that? Jesus Christ Superstar or something?
Yes.
What was that called?
Yeah.
Was that the name? What was the name of it?
That's not the movie.
But it's just Superstar.
It's Superstar. Yeah.
Jesus Christ Superstar. That's like a Broadway play or some shit.
What else came off SNL?
Night at the Roxbury.
There's a few of them. MacGruber.
Was that a movie?
They made a movie out of that?
Yes. Exactly. That's how good it was.
Didn't they make a movie out of the character Pat?
They did. It was Pat. There was so many of them that were just like...
a movie out of that, Pat?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was Ladies Man was another.
Oh, the Ladies Man. That's not a good
Of course, Wayne's World, but that was actually good.
Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World
was the only good one that I can think of.
Ones. Coneheads. Coneheads was another one.
Coneheads was a good one.
Yeah,
yes. Okay, so that's two. Coneheads and...
I see here. It's Pat. They really did make a movie out of that.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember it coming out. And just being like, why? Yeah. So Coneheads and Wayne's World. There you go. Anybody find any good Saturday Night Live movies?
The best part, one of the funniest parts of watching The Ladies Man is he says somebody's going to mouthify his wang, which just cracks me up. He was going to mouthify my wang.
I'm gonna write that one down.
Yeah.
I like that one. Mouthify my wang.
Oh, goodness.
We have to do the rest of this show in the love voice.
Sorry, I'm skipping. Is it my turn?
I think so. We just went down a rabbit hole again.
All right. A miserable billionaire with lots of expensive toys terrorizes a mentally ill man.
I know this one.
You got anything?
Paul's reading.
Say it again.
A miserable billionaire with lots of expensive toys terrorizes a mentally ill man who perpetually wears clown makeup.
The Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You're way better at this than me. Mine are,
he's really good at this.
Mine are not that clever.
All right, I got the Lion King already. Okay. Teenager recruited into terrorist organization destroys government facility, killing thousands.
I feel like this should be obvious, but
Teenager
recruited. I got to cover this because even when we're doing the show, Paul will just naturally look at my notes and I'm like, I don't want you to see. Damn it. Teenager recruited into terrorist organization destroys government facility, killing thousands.
It's the teenager part that's messing me up. I don't know.
You got anything else? You got any extras?
No.
You guys have no fun. Where are the extras?
You sound like my wife.
Yeah. Oh.
Star Wars.
All right. I don't have one-liner. I have no one-liners left. So just so you know, these are all going to be real.
Amazing.
These are all going to be real plots.
Okay, cool.
Real plots of movies.
So you guys have mine is like a guy and his monkey find a magic lamp.
Oh yeah, Aladdin. Okay,
yeah.
They were like really describing it.
That's really obvious.
No, I found the funny
ones. Mine were not that clever.
All right, so real plot, and this is going to send me off on a segue. It'll be something we do on another episode, but So a hostile. This is a real plot. It's not a joke. Not a one-liner.
Okay.
Hostile alien race that's incredibly sensitive to water executes a poorly thought out plan to invade a planet that's made up of 70% water.
Science.
Okay. So this is a topic I think we can have fun with because there are a shit ton of movies where the plot twist really like destroys the movie or makes the whole thing like completely unfucking believable.
Yeah, why the hell would they invade here?
Yeah, if you can't handle water,
You
you're
would
going
think
to come to the
flying
planet
Yeah, you're like, oh, what's
where
that?
there's like billions of gallons of fucking water. There's water in the goddamn air.
Yeah.
If you go to the wrong place, maybe not where they were in this movie, but any other place, right? Like Florida, I mean, it's 50% water in the air. That's
The
what
humidity
you
is going to kill them.
Right.
That's why
You're
we don't
going
see
to
aliens
melt.
down here.
Yes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Now,
You think they'd just be like, pull up.
there have been a bunch of movies where there are plot twists that destroy the goddamn movie. I mean, they don't destroy it. They just don't make sense. And it's like, why did you bother to do that? And I hope I'm not going to get too touchy with this one, but fucking Star Wars, why did they have to be brother and sister? Or why did you have to do the romance thing?
Right. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that was we have the romance, we make out a couple times, you got this stuff, and then, oh, it's his sister, okay. And then what does he say to that? Well, I always kind of knew. What the fuck were you making out for?
Right.
What?
I always kind of knew.
Right, that's a plot twist. It's just like, it doesn't ruin the movie. The movie's great. Don't get me wrong. I love fucking Star Wars. No problem with it. But why did you do that?
He's from Tatooine, West Virginia. It's a city. That leads back to, see, we'll go off on this tangent. It goes back into that little internet meme that popped up where you see the video of like from episode 3 where everyone's going their separate ways and like Chewbacca and Yoda go into hiding or whatever. And then it cuts to, because Chewbacca's been there this whole time with Anakin and Padme and everything. And then it cuts to that scene where she kisses him and he's like, and I can see this thing like, guys, wait, no, that dude, don't do this, don't. And this is like this whole like the subtitles are great. It's epic. I really love that shit. Yeah, we got to do that.
So I think we could have fun with that.
so
There's
we're
a
gonna do
lot of
that.
movies that have plot twists.
So we'll write down plot twists that ruin the movie,
Yeah,
and then I think maybe we can kind of like,
you could have good plot twists too.
what if we start it with like maybe the first 15, 20 minutes we talk about what are some of the best plot twists we've seen,
Yeah.
and then we go into our normal routine of okay, now let's really tear apart some of the awful ones.
You could make an episode out of any or all M. Night
Shamalama ding dong.
movies because every
What a
one
twist.
of them has a plot twist, but half of them are fucking awful.
This
This is one
did you
of
hear
them.
me?
I
That
mean,
was
this is
Robot
one of them.
Chicken.
Yeah.
What a twist!
Oh.
Did you ever see that
Yeah.
episode? Yeah. Have you seen this one? Have you ever watched Robot Chicken?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it's on
so good.
Adult Swim on Comedy Central, Cartoon Network. Adult Swim. Sorry guys, my brain just goes off the left sometimes. Not often. It's mostly right. You're welcome. Cartoon Network. They've got this adult Robot Chicken. It's made by Seth Green and this other dude that made Breckenmeyer. Yeah. These guys. One of the guys from an old magazine I used to read called Toy Fair. It was kind of like in the Wizard magazine thing where they talked about comic books. They also had this one called Toy Fair where they would talk about like toys that were being released or whatever. And they had like skits in there that they made, like word bubbles. They made the toys do these whole skits, whatever. Well, then they went and they made Robot Chicken, which is this whole. We'll get into all this later. Sorry, I'm really tangenting. But they do this this whole stop motion thing with. Sometimes it's like toys you really know. And other times it's just like made up characters for the show. And there's this whole skit in there they do on one of the episodes where they're doing like these movies and it'll be like you said, this awful thing, like this alligator man that's not really an alligator man or whatever. And then like M. Night Shyamalan goes by on a boat and he's like, what a twist, you know? And like the whole time he's just like, what a twist.
Yeah.
And it's like really awful twist. And it's funny. They just kind of, they do that where they keep going back to the same joke sometimes, and it's like, this is pretty freaking funny. And it gets more and more ludicrous. But some of the episodes, you just really got to go watch them because they're really good. All right, so back to our little contest.
No, I'm gonna more.
He's gonna keep
I'm
more
gonna keep
tangenting.
tangenting. I think we're only 28 minutes.
Oh
in or
yeah, no, we got
something.
plenty of time.
Yeah, we're doing it.
It's no big deal. So, what got
Because
me?
I already lost the other thought I had that I was going to tell you to write down another show idea, but Go ahead, and I'll think of it.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
It'll come to
It
you.
will. It'll pop in there.
What got me thinking about this was I read this Signs hostile alien race thing, and I got to thinking about M. Night Shyamalan movies. Right? That's what we're going to call it from now on. Shyamalan. But I got to thinking about that, and I was thinking about plot twists in other movies, and I ended up somehow, you end up off tangents like this one when you're on the internet, right?
Every time his phone beeps, I think like the chicken's done.
Turn this thing off.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right. So I was ended up reading an article about I Am Legend. You guys, of course, seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Have either of you read the book?
No.
Okay, so here's the fun part. So you remember the ending of that movie? So he's the lone human that's left, basically fighting all these. What would you call them?
Vampire
zombies.
Yeah.
Vampire zombies.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. So he goes out in the day and he murders a bunch of them off, right? Kills them off because they're a threat to humanity. He's trying to find if there's any other humans left, right?
Yeah.
And he's some kind of scientist, and he's working on a cure, and he's captured one, right? All this story works fine. And then in the end, he meets a couple more humans. I hope this isn't a spoiler for anybody. Spoiler alert. So he meets a couple other humans, right?
This entire show is a spoiler alert.
Yeah. So then he's giving them the cure he made, the antidote or whatever, right? And he sacrifices his own life. Okay, that's the end of the movie. All right, so what I read was the synopsis of the book and how it ends. And holy shit, would it have made a better ending. This is a case where the plot twist they did in the story, which is hardly a plot twist, but there's other humans and he's saving them, is nothing compared to what they came up with in the book. And they should have done the book ending. And so are you ready for this? It gets good. It gets good. All right.
You don't have to explain.
I'm telling you, I was excited when I read this, and I thought, fuck, the movie should have been this. It would have been so much better. And the movie wasn't even bad, but it just would have been so much better. So the concept is, and the reason it's called I Am Legend is, he ends up in the end getting captured by these zombie things. They're not wild animals. They're fucking people that have been like basically deformed and changed by vaccine or whatever that they took against some disease that had come about, right? So what was happening was he was going out in the day. They can't be out in the sunlight because it's part of like how their genetics have changed, and he's murdering them while they're fucking sleeping. So he is the legend to them. Like
he's the boogeyman.
The boogeyman that comes out and murders you at night, right? And he realizes that in the end of the book. Like, oh fuck, I'm the legend. That's where the title comes from, right?
Oh wow.
Okay, cool.
So he's the bad guy, essentially. He's been murdering all these people because he thought one thing that wasn't true. So I thought, fuck, that would have been the best ending ever. Fuck this finding humans and you give them the cure. Like, holy shit, that would have been cool. That would have been the excellent plot twist. And instead they had this. So anyway, that's the end of my tangent. But I read that and I just thought, holy crap, I wish the movie was that. They fucking killed it. So now you're going to have to go read the book.
Yeah,
I'm sure we all
going to
need
read
to.
the book, and then also write down that we have to. You have to go watch Robot Chicken. Then we have to have like a
Robot Chicken.
Yeah, we have to have an episode dedicated to all the fun things that Robot Chicken makes fun of. But I still cannot think of what the hell I was going to say. Let's see. I could try to cut some of this out later. We went off on the tangent of M. Night Shyamalan, and then I jumped onto because it was the twist thing. You wanted to do the twist thing, and whatever. I'll figure it out. And I can't think of. There was like a show idea right here, and then I jumped off on the describing Robot Chicken thing, and it went away. All right, we'll figure it out later. So we'll go back to our now that you've listened to those messages, we'll go back to our regularly scheduled program of stupid descriptions of movies. All right, let me see. I got one. A guy is two guys.
Superman? Any Superman movie?
Any superhero movie? Yeah.
Fight Club.
Oh.
Go ahead, Paul. You got one?
Now I'm out.
Oh, he sucks. Go ahead. I know you got long ones.
I don't have the one-liners.
That's
I
what
just
she
have the real plots here. So, a stuck-up girl becomes a fashion industry tycoon and a mother after her babysitter croaks.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Yep.
Yeah, that was right after I had already fallen in love with Christina Applegate on Married with Children. Then, yeah.
But it is a ridiculous concept
Oh,
for
it's
a movie.
totally horrible. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Everybody tries the ice bucket challenge.
Oh, I know this one. I've heard this one before.
Dims? I don't know.
Titanic. I'm probably going to hell for that one. All right, let me throw a couple of these out there, and then I'll let Eric take over while I think of what the hell I was thinking of earlier. Family's first Airbnb experience goes horribly wrong.
Summer Vacation?
No.
He's almost got it.
Fuck. Jack Nicholson.
The Shining.
Oh, The Shining.
Thanks.
That's a hotel, though. That's not an Airbnb.
Yeah, whatever.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, a little creative license there. Thank you. Jeez.
That's why I thought so.
Nitpick shit. All right. Burn victim donates time to help make dreams a reality for teens in a small Midwestern town.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yep. You like that one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Go ahead, Eric. Give me one.
Oh, you want a real one?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
All right, let me.
I'll throw a few out and then you can
Let
come
me
back
find
in.
another terrible movie. Okay, so a lovable loser falls in love with a department store mannequin.
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 Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Father reunites with long lost son, wants him to take over the family business.
Empire?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
All right. Small town doctor brings 3 people closer together.
Human Centipede.
Yes. Oh my god, I love that one. All right, hang on. Let's see. Cancer survivor never loses his sense of humor.
Deadpool.
Yep.
Nice.
Good.
On a roll.
Good. Nice.
That's a good one.
This is an easy one, but it's just worded very funly. Funly.
Funly.
Young boy discovers that having hardwood in your hand can lead to all sorts of magic.
That's Pinocchio. Right?
No! It's Harry Potter.
You just saw the look you gave me.
I was like, how the hell did you get Pinocchio out of that? Holy
Dude, he's made of wood.
This is true. Oh my god. All right, man wants to screw Siri.
Man, let's screw Siri.
What's the name of that Al Pacino movie where he makes the... Is that it?
Oh,
So
no,
Simone.
that would've been good.
Simone.
but-
Simone, yeah.
Simone, yeah, but that would have been a good one too. No, it's a her. The one with Joaquin Phoenix. Scarlett Johansson is the voice of the computer thing. He falls in love with her. No?
What the hell movie is that?
Her.
It's called Her?
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Oh, I don't think
Wow.
I know that one.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I got a few of these. Or a few
here,
more.
I'll do
Go
a
ahead.
real one.
Do
Where
one of
we-
your- yeah.
a freak Little League accident turns a teenage spaz into the next Nolan Ryan.
The
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go. Bam. Cross that one out. All right. Priest kidnaps child for cult and eventual marriage to politician twice his age.
Wait, what?
Priest kidnaps child for cult and eventual marriage to politician twice his age.
He's not a real priest, but he might be at a temple.
The Phantom Menace. I love some of these. These are great. Illegal immigrant is chased by the feds.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
E.T.
Aw.
Good. You got another one, Eric?
Sure, real movie plots. After they discover their asshole boss's dead body, 2 insurance company workers make it seem like the corpse is alive to evade becoming his murderer's next target.
Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah. Oh, what a ridiculous movie.
All right.
And they made 2 or 3 of them, didn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how he. Never mind. Because like
How'd
one
they
he's
keep
brought
that
back by
corpse? Yeah.
voodoo or some shit like that, or some magic. Yeah.
All right, I got another one.
Go ahead.
Angry about pollution and eco-destruction, the world's plants figure out how to make people kill themselves.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, because it's horrible. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Yep.
The Happening.
Yep,
Wow.
The
Remember
Happening.
we said it was like one of the worst movies ever made?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It was almost up
I
there
actually
with The Room.
liked it when I started watching it, but then I was like, what the fuck?
It was right when like that twist thing started to go like horribly wrong for him.
Yeah.
All right.
If it could have been translated like by a better screenwriter, maybe it would have been good.
Yeah, or maybe like
well, and different casting too, perhaps.
maybe
I'm
one of
not
those
sure.
like where you remake something from back then today again, like some of the things we were talking about. Maybe like in that vein, maybe we can kind of repurpose some of that info into a different movie, a better movie. All right, I got another one for you guys. You ready? American invades foreign land, kills local leadership, and struggles to find an exit strategy. I'll read that away. I'll read that again. I'll read that again. American invades foreign land, kills local leadership, and struggles to find an exit strategy.
Rambo.
This is a one-liner. This is a joke one.
Yeah.
American invades foreign.
It's amazing when you hear it. Wizard of Oz.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
That's awesome.
That was
guess.
amazing.
That's
I love
awesome.
that. I love that one. All right. I think the last one I got, and because it's just horrible, and I'm a horrible human being for writing this down, but the one where Jennifer Aniston lost her man in front of the entire world.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. I'm going right to hell because I love Jennifer Aniston. I'm sorry.
That's just not right.
That's
I'm a horrible human being. Chen, I'm sorry. I love you.
I like that you started at the one, since every Friends episode is called that.
Yeah.
The one where.
The one where.
Yeah.
Tomatoes suddenly become sentient beings and kill humans.
Attack of the Killer
Kill
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about? You guys all out?
Yeah.
I am. I'm trying to think of what the hell I had a show idea. It's going to drive me crazy.
That's all right.
I like the plot
Let's
twist
do
one.
it.
I like the plot twist one.
Can we do another topic quickly? What are some
Yeah.
really shitty movies you've watched? Like really shitty movies
yeah. Well,
you've
see, and
watched?
this is one of those things where I want to list bad movies and go into like kind of like the show topic idea where I had where we were talking about like, you know, what the fuck Friday, or like why was this made, or how the hell did this get made, that kind of thing. I want to do random episodes like that where we can pick a few movies. So this will definitely be revisited again. But yeah, in the vein of The Room that we just reviewed, again, you mentioned The Happening. That was horrendous. I mean, it was bad. I found a lot of, I've said it before, like I love zombie movies, so I tend to go down a rabbit hole on various apps and stuff. Where like I have Tubi, Tubi on my phone. Yeah, we got a few different ones, and I'll look, you know, just type in search zombies or search whatever dead, and see what comes up, and I'll start watching them. And every once in a while, you get like a good, like, you know, kind of a gem in there somewhere, and then but there's a good handful of them in there that I'm just like, I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep watching this to punish myself because I was, you know, horrible as a child. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, there's a bunch of them in there that kind of fall in that category.
Right.
I don't know.
You got nothing off the top of your head. I was just going through all these shitty plots or whatever. I was thinking of a couple, like the Abraham Lincoln movie versus the
Abraham Lincoln versus
Abraham Lincoln
Vampire Hunter. What
Killer.
the fuck was that about?
Did you see it? I didn't see it.
I did actually see it.
I saw it.
Is it good? See, that's one of those movies where I'm like, I'm not going to watch that. I know that's going to be bad.
So it started with that Pride and Prejudice and Zombies kind of thing, where like they took that concept and because that started out as a book, and then they made a movie and whatever. Yeah. And then they did because there's another one with Abraham Lincoln versus zombies or some shit where there's like, which I don't think had anything to do with any of the creative team, if you can call them that, from Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Right. I think it was like two different studios. They just said, okay, Abraham Lincoln is now fighting zombies. So the next thing you know, it's going to be him versus aliens or whatever. I watched like the Vampire Hunter one. I like the idea of taking a moment in history and then kind of like a Marvel What If, where like okay, what if we put zombies in here? Or what if we vampires? But no, it's not a really good movie at all. It's not. I mean, I want to find some redeeming qualities in it, and there's maybe 2 or 3, like some of the action sequences are cool kind of thing, but overall the movie is just not good, you know. But yeah, so that's a good one. I'm trying to think of other ones that are.
You guys ever see Cabin Fever? It was from a couple years ago.
Is that the one where
they get this like necrotizing fasciitis disease on them or whatever, and people are like,
chick is like shaving herself in the bathtub. And she's shaving her skin off.
Chunks of her skin are coming off.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Not into that.
It's
there's
just like
also
body
like
horror.
an awful. When the acting is like atrocious, like The Room atrocious.
Right.
Yeah.
Not good.
I remember
Not
that
good.
one. Yeah.
See, there's a genre of movies where like you kind of know, you see the trailer or you hear about it and you're like, that's not going to be good. I'm not.
Yeah.
Why am I going to see that? And then there's a bunch of movies that are like, that's going to be kind of fun, terrible, so I'm going to go see it. Like Snakes on a Plane. Right? Like when Snakes on a Plane came out, I'm like, okay, I need to see this. A, because it's Samuel L. Jackson, and I just want to see Samuel L. Jackson go, I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. And I just want to see him deliver that line. So you go see it, and you sit through the terribleness of it, but you're like, all right, this is kind of goofy fun. But you know going in, you're not about to experience a great movie.
There can be goofy fun movies that still are absolutely fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like Tom Green and fucking Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh, yeah.
That is awful.
Oh, well, they made
That movie's awful.
Anytime they give a YouTube kid a movie like that one, Fred, or whatever the fuck his name is, yeah, why? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Somebody, when you do those things, which much like the Saturday Night Live and whatever, I always sit there and go, was there anybody somewhere in that chain of events that said, this is not a good idea? Because there couldn't have been.
Yeah.
Like everyone
Those
just
movies-
said, no, this is great.
Those movies, you figure, they're like, look, we're going to make it for $20 million, so it needs to make 25 and we get our money back. Like, that's all that needs to happen here. We don't have to make $100 million. We just need to make our money back on this, and we'll go.
Jack and Jill. Speaking of Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah.
That's where he played
His
Yeah, him and
his guy and
sister.
his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. I think I watched 2 minutes of that.
Do you remember, speaking of Saturday Night Live, the Dana Carvey movie from like late 90s maybe? It was called
Master of Disguise?
guy,
Yes.
where he's the turtle.
Yes.
Turtle.
The fuck, dude? That was a terrible movie,
Yeah.
too.
A lot of times when you get into some of the sequels of like where one movie might have been good or the concept was good, then you start to get into, once you hit like sequel number 6,
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, what the hell? Like Final Destination.
Right.
My oldest son
yeah.
loves
Oh, yeah.
all the Final Destination movies.
Yeah.
Now, I get a kick out of some of the creative ways
Because they
that
die,
people are
yeah.
dying. You know, I'm like, oh, that's funny. But they're god-awful movies. Saw, after the first few, started to lose itself because it tried to give you this convoluted twist and backstory and whatever that it just kind of like lost its whole. It lost the thrill of the first one. Like when you first see him stand up at the spoiler alert, but when you see the dead body stand up at the end of Saw, that blows your mind. You're like, holy shit! Now the fact that he's been there the entire time is kind of stupid. But anyway, point was it was a really good shock.
Yeah.
You know, and the movie overall was really, really good. I loved that movie. The second
Saw?
one was pretty good. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, I thought it was awful.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I thought the second one was also awful.
The first
And I
couple I,
didn't
thought were
even
great,
watch
and
any
then
after that.
it was like, it got worse after that. I watched a handful of them, and then I was like, I'm done.
You know,
Once you start to get like this guy was actually a cop that's actually working with him
Yeah.
because he's got blackmail and
I
whatever.
wouldn't even know all the plot.
Yeah, it's really not.
I'm sure
not
it's
good.
badly explained movie when you get done with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hey, you just reminded me of something from way earlier. The Saw budget was under $2 million, and they grossed over $100 million.
Yeah.
But you think about that Saw movie versus The Room, which cost 3 times the
Right.
amount. What the fuck?
Right? Yeah. And what the hell did they do? Okay, horrible movies. Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. I don't even know if I remember that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad fighting over a toy
Looking
for
for
that
that
toy.
toy.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
What
I
the
forget.
fuck?
I don't even remember
Yeah.
the name of the coin. Turbo Man. Turbo
Turbo
Man.
Man.
Let me see. I'm sure there's a bunch of them here. Kill some of this. The original Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really terrible.
Not great.
I'm really hoping they do a good one.
I think all the Naked Gun movies after the first one were all totally awful.
Yeah,
it got bad. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about a bad.
To your point
bad
about
explained
to your
plot.
point about sequels like Jaws 3.
Oh yeah. Okay. Or Jaws the Revenge.
Jaws the
where
Revenge.
The
Jaws
shark
Revenge.
Jaws
the
Revenge.
shark
follows
goes
you down
to the fucking Bahamas or
Right.
something, right? To kill off
And
your
then-
whole family.
Yeah.
and then roars like a dinosaur.
It stalks him like for 3 islands.
coming all the way out except for its tail out of the water and roaring like an old dinosaur. Like, what the hell just happened? Batman Forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
getting serious now.
See, no, you open up. See, now everyone's got Google. Fuckers. Let me see. What else? Oh, yeah, there you go. Battlefield Earth. And how about Catwoman?
Battlefield Earth also had god awful sequels. I think.
Did
was
it?
Battlefield Earth 3000 or something.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't see it.
I just remember it being...
Catwoman's not great.
Too long didn't
No.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Catwoman, the only thing about Catwoman that was remotely good was whenever you see a still shot of Halle Berry in the costume slinking around.
Right.
It's like one still shot. It's like, yeah, she looked really good in that costume. And scene. Everything about that movie was horrendous.
Yeah. Virtually, and I think we talked about this on one of our first episodes. We might have done it since. Anything that used to be a TV show that became
Yeah.
a movie,
Yeah.
usually pretty bad. Dukes
Yep.
of Hazzard, Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, we can do... the Dukes of Hazzard was almost okay. Only because I like Johnny Knoxville and Stifler, what the hell was his name?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Sean
William Scott.
Sean William Scott, yeah. I like them in a lot of the shit I see them in. But, yeah, it's not a good... I mean, it's not great. It's okay. That's another one of those, like, it's okay if you catch it on cable, kind of, some of the stuff my kids used to watch, like, remember Air Bud?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, now there's like 17 million of them.
Any dog playing sports movie.
Yeah, well, then they started to become like super buddies, and they were like superhero alien dog, whatever the hell they were. Or the Son of the Mask.
There was a Son of the Mask. I didn't
Yes,
even
there
know.
was.
there
I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay,
I
The
actually
Mask.
I hated
Not a
the-
horrible movie.
I hated the Mask.
It wasn't good by any means, but it was a passable comedy. And it was back when what's her face, Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, like when she was young. She looked really good in that movie. I mean, not like she doesn't look bad in some other movies that I've seen her in. She looks pretty damn good in a lot of stuff I see her in. But she looked smoking hot in that movie, which was her her entire purpose for that movie was to look smoking hot, so that the dude Stanley Ipkiss, holy shit, it's all coming back now. Wow, I read a couple of the comics. He would fall in love with her and this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
So the whole, it was Jim Carrey acting over the top, whatever. Son of the Mask. No Jim Carrey. It had some, I think it was Jamie Kennedy, some random Saturday Night Live guy, or whatever. I think he's Saturday Night Live. Jamie Kennedy. He's been in a few things.
He was like an MTV sketch show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was in that vein.
Yeah.
So it was him. It was him and like his kid or some shit. I have no idea. I don't know if he was supposed to be the son of Jim Carrey's character or whatever, but it was pretty bad. And of course, Superman 4.
I'm going to say this, and some people are going to disagree. Most of those spoof movies are really terrible.
I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that. I said I would like to see spoof movies come back, but like smart spoof movies.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Mel Brooks, how you're never going to get something like that because
Right.
it was just a little too off-color humor
Yeah.
that you couldn't really,
But like you make the Not Another Teen movie and don't drink
Meet the Spartans.
don't spill your juice while whatever drinking your juice in the
Yeah,
hood. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Those kind of spoof movies are not good.
Half of the Michael Bay Transformers movies. And I'll say that for my brother because my brother was listening to our first episode, and like at random I got a text from him that said, "Dude, you didn't like Transformers last night or whatever?" He's like, "Why didn't you ever watch that? It was great." And he had like this sarcastic eye roll face, and I was like, LOL. I said, well, once they started throwing in time travel and King Arthur, I tapped out. I said, why? Which of our episodes are you listening to? And he was like, the first one.
Oh, that's funny.
And he said, so he goes, just so you know, he said, so all you guys know that he's like, yeah, the audio on that one wasn't that bad. He said, you can tell the difference though. So he said you can see the difference in the new one. So it's cool because he listened to the last episode that we did with this first, and then he went back and started listening to other stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's out there too. Hi, Mike. So, okay, if I ever say hi, Mike, to my brother, and you follow it up with moaning,
I'm practicing for the sex scene dub-overs in the Room remake we're gonna do.
The Room 2. Even roomier.
Even roomier. All right, I got some more badly explained movie plots while we're dicking around.
all right, cool.
All right. So I'm gonna improvise a little because I don't quite like.
He just turned into Ralph Cramden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
A group of dudes and a couple midgets spend 9 hours returning jewelry.
Lord of the Rings.
The
Nice.
Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Nice.
Leonardo DiCaprio wanders a frozen wasteland in search of an Oscar.
Oh,
Revenant?
Yeah.
I think you guys mentioned this one earlier, but oh no, you did. I'm not going to do that one. People drink coffee for 10 straight years.
Friends. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, speaking of horrible movies, Supergirl. Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
I haven't seen the Supergirl movie.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, no, you're a better man for it.
Dolph Lundgren.
I haven't seen the Supergirl.
The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I haven't seen the Supergirl TV series either, but I kind of want to watch it. Looking at the cover page stuff for it.
The show is good.
The show's good.
Heather started watching because like Heather and I watch a lot of the DC hero TV shows. Much like where we say we try to avoid politics and religion, that show definitely like you'll get that political message crammed down your throat. You know, and it's kind of it's funny too because like even Legends of Tomorrow, there were a few times in there where Heather and I were like, "Okay, we get it." You know, okay, all right, we get it. SJW, go ahead, go do your thing, calm down. They do it like Supergirl is similar to that, where like aliens are oppressed and they should be understood, and like whoa, time out. Let's not go all the way that way. Can we find that middle road and walk it? No, we can't, and they don't. And so a lot of those DC CW shows do all that. They kind of go in that vein, but outside of that, it's pretty good.
A lunatic enslaves a bunch of midgets and then slowly kills children in front of their parents.
I read this one. Go ahead, please.
A lunatic and a bunch of men.
No, a lunatic enslaves a bunch of midgets and then slowly kills children in front of their parents.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yup. Oh, man.
That's funny.
All right. I'll stop there.
All right. We're at like an hour.
This one.
Oh, that's great.
No, that's perfect. We did an hour of that stuff. I know we'll have at least a minute of dead air that I got to cut out of this one. I'll do that later. But, we're going to finish this up. I'm going to have to sit down, pour myself another drink and try to figure out what in the hell that show idea was. Because it was like right here, and I was about to tell you, write this down, and it's just gone. So, there you go. If any of you are in my head, and I'm sorry for you, let me know what the hell I was thinking of. So, all right. So, we went over movies explained badly, basically. Too long, didn't watch. Let us know if you guys have any others out there, or if you want something similar to this that we can kind of like have a good time with, like a round robin style show or whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say there. If you get any show ideas like that, hit us up. I had a good time. It was a lot of fun. So thanks again. That was a lot of laughs. That's stupid.
That was fun.
So from all of us to all of you out there, I'm always about to say that. Check us out at whatifgeeks@gmail.com. Let us know what you guys think and what you want to hear, and hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that happy shit. And that's it, guys. Good night, Tony.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Todd.
Hey, Todd.